Okay, hello, Trisha here. Let's get into our Start Strong practice today. You will have either a body weight practice or you'll add in your weights today. So let's get started. We are going to start with the feet wide. We want to just get the body moving and ready to lift some weights. All right, let's start. Now, we're going to start over here into the right knee. We're going to hinge at the hips and we're going to drop in. Nice long spine. So we've got both the knee bending and the hip hinge here. Take a breath and now let's push off of that foot right into the other side. Same thing here. I'm hinging at the hip crease, also bending the knee, dropping in. And let's push back off. Okay, let's bring this together. So now the feet are super close in and we'll move from side to side with that same movement. So let's step out here wide, drop in, and then right back to center. Let's go into the other side here. So we will alternate. Push off. Drive through the floor. Nothing fast here. Good quality movement. Getting into the body here. One more to this side. And let's come in. We're going to progress that just a little bit. So the option is going to be to bring the hands behind your head. Elbows are wide. Now you can keep with the same version we just did, hands at hips. Otherwise, hands up behind the head. Okay, going to be just a little bit more challenging for balance and for core. All right. Here we go, same thing here. We're going to step out, drop in, come back. Nice and tall at the top. Push off that foot. Let's get one more to each side. And there we go. All right, bringing that back out. All right, from there, let's get into our main moves. We want to make sure we hit that hinge, squat, push, pull pattern. All right, so first up is we've got our hinge. We're going to grab a weight for this and we're going to do our kettlebell swing, but you can also use a dumbbell to do your swing. You will just hold one end of it. All right, let's review. Coming into it, wide stance. We're going to hinge. We're going to drop the weight out in front a little bit, kind of setting up. Looks like you're going to hike a football. So let's find the swing through and then just return to that start position, right? That's the first thing that happens in your swing. Also a good warm-up move. Really feel the back chain of the body engaged. Okay, let's set that down for a moment. Come on up. And then we'll add on and we'll do our swing. We're going to do a few sets of these as we do because we want that repetition, we want that volume. So we're going to do 15 swings on our first set. All right. Remember, this is a hinge pattern. It's not really an arm move where we're moving the bell with the arms. Okay. All right, back into it. Here we go. We're going to swing through and rise. Drive through the glutes. Here's 8. Three more. And there we go. We'll bring it down, okay? It's equal parts, this controlled movement and a movement that involves momentum. All right, doesn't have to be perfect, right? That kettlebell swing is definitely one to grow on and to just develop the skill. All right, let's come in and we'll find ourselves some pushing action. Let's revisit our push-ups. So best way to develop your push-up is on the incline. So if doing push-ups on the floor, super duper hard for you, bring that up to a bench, box, or chair so that it's more controllable, more manageable. So find your plank, either incline or on the floor. Take a moment with the shoulders here. Let's check in with those scap push-ups. So sink into the shoulder blades and then push away. The arms stay straight. Gonna get 2 more. Finding that action back here, area we can't really see, right? Really important for our push-ups. All right, catch your breath. And then we'll come back in and we'll get ourselves our push-ups, our first set, right? We're looking to do 5 or 6 push-ups, okay? Right back into it here. We want those shoulders broad on the back. Okay, we don't want to be sunk in, so you're going to push out and you're going to maintain that. Rest of the body, nice strong plank position. And then let's go. Bring it chest to bench. Everything in nice long line. Right? And there we go. Coming back up. All right, now if things fell apart on the push-up, well, that just means you need to adjust some variables, okay? Maybe your incline needs to be higher. If it was super easy, maybe you're ready to take that down a little bit, right? It's all about adjusting those variables. Let's get back in to our kettlebell swing, our hinge pattern. All right, second set, 15. Hinging in, let's do it. Swing it through and up. Make sure we're not bending the knees too much, right? It's not a squat. About halfway here. 5 more. And 3, 2, last 1. There we go. Take a moment. Catch your breath. Let your heart rate come down. Right? Not a race, not a cardio circuit. All right, right back in. Second set of our push-ups. What I love about the second set on a push-up is that it often feels better or is like almost easier on the second set, just because your nervous system has had a moment to adapt and just take in all the information from the first set, okay? So we've got our second set here coming up. Incline or floor. Adjusting those variables. That's what it's about for every exercise. Just making sure that it's, yes, challenging enough, but manageable, okay? Essentially not too hard, not too easy, which can be a challenge really in and of itself, finding that sweet spot. All right, back in. Back in, find your plank. Check in when I do a push-up. I like to just check in with the shoulders and make sure I'm really engaged right there before I start. All right, so we're looking to do 5, maybe 6 push-ups here, really good, strong push-ups. All right, let's get at it. There we go for 5. Take a moment. Back out. Okay. We're going to get one final set of our kettlebell swing or dumbbell swing. A little bit of weight on this can make it feel easier, just a little bit more feedback. So if it's a super light weight, something really small like a 5-pound, sometimes that is almost harder than if you have a little bit of weight to work with on the swing. Okay, so you might try adding weight, even though it might seem counterintuitive if it's a new move to you. Heavier can help on the swing. All right, let's get at it. 15, third set. Hips are back. Let's go. And up. Halfway. Let's get 5 more. Drive up. 2 more. And done. There you go. Love a kettlebell swing. Definitely get that little boost to the heart rate, right? For sure. Okay, we have one final set of our push-up, right? And we're gonna do this set slightly different. So final set of the move, you're gonna do what's called an AMRAP. So as many reps as possible with good form. Okay, so it's not just as many as you can and you're just, all over the place with it. As many as you can do with good form, right? So that you dial in, tune in to how this feels in your body. It might challenge you to get just one more rep if you've got it in you, or it might reveal to you that, okay, well, actually, maybe I only do 3 on this last set. Okay, so tune in to as many as you can do with good form. Here we go, last set. Lock in with those shoulders, and we're going for it. Maybe you take a beat at the top, kind of reset, get the breath, and you might find another rep out of that or 2, okay? Get it, even if it feels hard. We don't stop at the instant it feels hard, okay? We stop when, okay, yeah, the form is falling apart. Nice work, everyone, with those. That's how we build a push-up. All right, let's get into our squat pattern. Moving right along with this, okay? We're gonna get our deep squat. We're gonna check in with our deep squat. So many variations of squats, and I love that. But maybe we are inclined to kind of stay up here with our squat. So been a little bit since we've really gotten down deep into that squat. So you might want a couple of yoga blocks for that deep squat, or you can roll your yoga mat up a little bit, because what this is going to do is allow you to elevate the heels slightly, because this is what tends to limit people getting deep in their squat, is the ankle mobility that's overlooked. So with the heels lifted, that's going to allow you to get hips below the knees and keep you from falling back, okay? So rolled up mat is one option, or 2 yoga blocks. Show that option, stacked, right? And then we sit. And so here we are in our squat at the bottom. So let's take a moment and find this. Blocks are going to give you a little more support than the rolled up mat. Low, so let's sit low in this, take a moment. Now what tends to happen if we come from the yoga world is that we might have the feet turned out, the knees, we might have some rotation open here, nothing wrong with that, but let's see if we could here bring the feet a little more forward facing along with the knees into more of a traditional squat. Yeah, drawing up tall, right? So that we're not kind of crouched down into the pelvis so much. We'll take the arms forward. Now, a little momentum can be your friend here. So you little rock back with the shoulders, push out, and check in here. Can you get out of that seat? Can you get out of the floor? Push out. Okay, that's what we're after. Now, if you can't get up from this, well, make your seat a little higher. Add a block, make it higher. Maybe you use a bench or a chair. Find your deep squat, okay? So let's sit up nice and tall here. What we're gonna do is take the left hand and bring it down to the floor here, kind of center, and then you're just gonna turn a little bit into a twist and breathe. Maybe you reach the arm back, adding a little, and then let's come out, other hand, so right down center between the feet there, and then just turn a little bit. We're not trying to make a big, twisting stretch here. But just making a little room for the squat, considering we want the hips lower than the knees. All right, here we go. Rock back, let's push out of it. and then back down. Control your descent. Can you not plop down at the bottom? That happens a lot. It's okay if it does, but be aware of that and see if you can start to gain some control over it. Keeping the chest lifted, right? So the hips are staying under you. We've got one more here. And there we go. Back down, take a moment. Okay, so body weight. Body weight might be enough in this particular variation, okay? Because it's deep squat, you might not need to add weight. If that was easy and fine, the next set, maybe we added a weight, holding a weight to do that same move. All right, let's come up out of that. Shake it out of the legs, and then we're gonna get into, of course, some pulling action, because we wanna make sure we get some pulling action. Let's start with air pulls. So hands out, ball up the hands like this, pull, squeeze your elbows back. Okay, start to get some blood flow, start to feel the engagements of your lats on your back, right? This alone, if you're not pulling, okay, well, this would be a great first move. Squeeze it together. It's a nice little movement snack. If you're sitting all day, squeeze it back. Feel the shoulder blade draw in. Okay, check that out. Now, we'll do a bent over row. If you're using weights, you're gonna grab those. And we'll take the feet wide for a classic kind of gorilla row. Right? So I'm pitched forward a little bit. I'm not like all the way 90 degrees here, just a slight pitch forward so the arms hang plumb. Okay, and let's do a double row today. We're pulling it back and then right back out in front. Squeeze it back. Take a little pause at the back, a little beat to hold that. Shoulders are down out of your ears for this one. We got two more. Squeeze it back. And there we go. Okay. Take a moment. We're coming back in here, second set for our deep squat. Blocks or rolled up mat or rolled up towel, something that's going to get you in position for your deep squat. So you'll choose again here to either do body weight like we just did, if that was enough challenge for you, or you can also, of course, add in a weight. And we'll hold that close to the chest. I like to kind of like a goblet. So weight would be long here if it's a dumbbell and I've got a hold of the end, right? Everything else is the same, nice and tall in this seat, okay? I'm not kind of rounded under. I'm really lengthening up, okay? Think of really pushing the floor away. This move really comes from the feet, okay? We're gonna push the floor away. That's bringing us up. Let's do it. Push out. Nice slow descent. Try not to plop down at the bottom if you can. Push away. Okay, here's 4. We're gonna do 4 more for 8. Love a deep squat because it gets at so much, right? It's a compound move. Works a lot of things, which is so great. I lost count. This might be 7 or this might be 8, but we're doing it. Okay, there we go. All right, when we lose count, you just do 1 more. And count it in. Okay, take a moment from that. Okay, again, after the set, it's all information, right? So was it too easy? Was it too hard? We make adjustments. All right, let's come up. We got another set here, some pulling action, right? So our gorilla row. An option to lean onto a wall, right? Lean your seat on a wall and then you would still pitch forward. So a little support back there if you need it or want it. Okay. Second set, here we go. We're doing a double row, right? So we'll get both at the same time. Working efficient here. Let's go. Pull it back. Little pause at the back for extra time under tension. Four more. Elbows back. Two more. Little pause makes a difference. There we go. Okay. Let's take a moment in between. We got one final set, right? 3 sets of each. This is about the sweet spot. Consider your deep squat here being the last set. If things are still easy, could you even remove a block? Could you get a little lower? Okay. Or maybe you trade the blocks for the rolled up mat. The difference between, of course, is that with the blocks, you actually have support for your seat, right? You're sitting down. With the yoga mat, it really is just the heels getting elevated. And so you don't have anything underneath you to sit on. So this is a bit more of a challenge, however slight. Okay, I'll show that variation just for reference. Okay, all right, with or without the weight, also adding in body weight or with weights. All these little variables, when we turn them, we adjust the intensity and the challenge. Okay, all right, let's get at it. Final set. I'm going to show just the rolled up, the heel lifted version. All right. I'm going to start down with or without your weight. Here we go. Let's do it. Driving out. Nice and controlled. Lots of sneaky core happening in the squat. Seems like the legs, but oh yes, the core. Let's see, can we get 10? Do you have 2 extra in this final set as a finisher? And there we go. Okay. Yes. Great way to progress the lower body work, the deep squat. Okay. Demands a whole lot more. Final set of our bent over row. With or without the wall to lean on. Little pitch forward. Let's get at it. Squeeze it back. 2-second pause. Hold that engagement back there. Got 2 more here. 1, 2, that pause. 1, 2, the pause. And there it is. Nice. Okay. Great little combo, right? Hinge push, squat pull. Let's put some things together. Bring it down. Okay. We want a little bit of rotation. It's important to train rotation for general life, right? Because we do move and rotate. So we want to train that in the gym or on the mat. We're going to do our half kneeling windmill. We've done these. You'll bring the right foot forward, slight diagonal, just slight off center, okay? That knee means that the right arm is also up. Right here, we're going to hinge and rotate to come down and touch the floor. Come back up to square off, okay? Open, keep that arm reaching up. So we get this nice shoulder involvement here. Okay, next 2, can you go a little lower? So when you get down to the floor, could you bend the elbow to touch? Okay, it's just a question, not a demand. And pushing off. Again, sneaky core, rotation. Let's switch it out here. Okay, You can always have something under the knee for support. That goes without saying. We take care of ourselves as we work. All right, other side, other knee here, other arm is up, up, up. And here we go, we rotate down. Nice and controlled, right? Slow going, especially the lower we get. Okay, last two, seeing if you have room, mobility to bend the elbow down more. Reaching up, up, up as you lower. Okay, there we go. Excellent. Let's bring this down then. Come on out of the knees, right into the mat here. And we'll work into rocking and rolling here. Hug the knees. Little momentum up, down the mat. Little finisher momentum to get out of the floor, coming up and then back down. Okay? You can use the hands, a little push off perhaps, to help you get out of that. A few times here, with or without the hands. And then how about with or without the momentum, without the rock roll? Can you get down on the floor and back up? Okay, just check in. Just let it be a question. Maybe you can't. One or two more times there, sorting out, figuring out how to get down from the floor and back up. And let's come down. Nice, well-rounded work today. Take a moment to just slow it down, right? Just, we're coming down, finishing this up. So plant the feet. Smooth out your breathing. Letting that sense of completeness settle. All of your work and effort. Let's take the arms straight up. Just a nice slow kind of circle out through the wrists just to, again, slow things down. Support your nervous system. We'll draw those knees in. Let's keep the right knee hugged. Lifting, curling in. And let's switch it out. Other knee. Curling in. And there we go. Plant the feet there, just a little twist, little easy rock side to side. Okay, and there we go. Let's go ahead, come on back up. Back up, ready for your day. Right, thank you so much for joining. Start strong. Have a good